Be productive is the top search for entrepreneurs, small business owners, and self-employed because at the end of the day, you can do as much as hard work you can, but if you're not productive, that's not satisfying. In this video today, I'm going to show you 4 different ways. It's a proven ways people become productive, and then the goal is not to exactly copy any of the four or all the fours. The goal is to understand how the strategies work and then make your own because everyone has a different lifestyle, everyone has a different kind of business. So you have to come up with your own way to become productive. These four of them will going to give you deep knowledge about how can you set up your day, how can you set up your goal, action, and everything to be successful. So I'm going to give you all four of them. And also, I'm going to give you another couple of extra tools you can implement to be more productive. So let's go through it. Number one is the blocking your day in 4 different segments. Okay, how you do that? Suppose you're sleeping from 10 o'clock in the night to 6 o'clock. Now, I'm going to give you some time frame, some time limits, but do it your own, whatever works for you. There's no hard and fast rule that 10 to 6 you have to sleep. You can sleep like at midnight and wake up at 8. That's okay. But suppose you're sleeping from 10 to 6 o'clock in the morning, that 8 hours. Okay. Most of the entrepreneur doesn't even sleep, don't sleep 8 hours, but still. Um, Now, what do you do? 6 to 10, the 4 hours is one chunk. 10 to 2 is the second chunk. 2 to 6 is the third chunk. And 6 to 10 in the night are the fourth block. Okay, so you have now 4 blocks. Now what you have to do in each block, you have to make sure that you're going to win one big goal. Each block one big goal, so at the end of the day you have 4 big wins. So for example, in the morning time you may select a health goal or maybe something self-improvement goal you want to achieve. If you want to learn something first thing in the morning, or you can do the same thing at the end of the day also. Or maybe you are starting your work at 8 o'clock in the morning, you still have 2 hours to achieve a big goal for your business. Bottom line is one big goal first quarter of the day. Then 10 to 2, another big goal. Mostly it will be probably business related something. So put that and achieve that. Then same thing, 2 to 6. Maybe that's the time you work on marketing or you meet people outside. So one thing I say, what, I have to meet this past client or I have to meet this vendor of mine. So that's the way we can get more business. We can generate more business. So that's a big goal. You do that time. So another one get done. Same thing in the 6 to 10, maybe something family related, maybe something self growth related. So you want another big goal. So this is one way you can chunk it 4 different sections and achieve 4 big goals every single day and be satisfied. The second one is Tony Robbins RPM method. So RPM means result, purpose, and M means massive action. How does it go? Take a blank piece of paper or on your Google Doc. You make 2 lines, means you have 3 columns, blank columns, one, two, three. On the middle column, you put results. Now, this can be 1 RPM for each activities or each goal. Some family goal, finance goal, business goal, or even in the business, you can have multiple ones. Okay, whenever you want to achieve something. So, result, you want to put what you want to achieve exactly, very clearly. Like, for example, in your business, you want to generate $100,000 business every month, for example. Okay, I want to generate $100,000 business or maybe $1.2 million every year. You put that there. Now, P is the purpose. Like, why do you want to do that? What's your purpose? It's not just, oh, I want to make money, I want to make my bank account filled up. That's not appealing. It's like, what are you going to do with that money? How is it going to make you feel? That has to be emotionally connected to you. That is going to pull to get this, achieve that goal. So you put your goal, result, and then on the right hand side column, last column, you put all the purpose, emotionally connected, maybe you want to take your family for a vacation. What you looking for a long time, or whatever it is. You have your own goal, you have your own purpose, and you put it there. Once you do that, on the first column, as the M is the massive action, or also it's called MAP, massive action plan. You put down everything you can do to get that goal. One, two, three, four, everything. It can be 50 of them, doesn't really matter. You put down everything. Then you put top two or three that's going to give you the 80% of the result. Means those only three things going to give you 80%, like most of the results. So you can give up on those important one and get like a massive result just doing this little. And that's what you want to do. The massive action plan going to give you the result. And that is the RPM. Google it, RPM by Tony Robbins, and you'll see the details. Tony Robbins, he also does the RPM method. You go to tonyrobbins.com. He has those events, online event. You can check on that also. This is a great event to be productive, and is going to give you that edge, that lead to get to the next level using this particular RPM method. Check that out. Number three comes from Stephen R. Covey's four quadrant. What is four quadrant? Again, take a blank paper and make a cross like this. Okay. Now, on the top right corner, the top first box will be important and urgent. Now, basically, is important, not important, urgent, not urgent. There's a four different categories of tasks we do. So this is mainly task based. Top one is urgent and important, like a super, urgent, important. The next one on the top will be important but not urgent. You don't have to do it now. It's important, you can do it later. This side will be urgent but not important. And then the last one will be not urgent, not important. Okay. So what do you do with this? Not urgent, not important. That's the least valuable for you. They don't give you the result. Eliminate those. You don't even need to do those because those huge work will give you like a little bit of result. Why you need that? Eliminate, and maybe sometimes you can delegate. If you think about that. But eliminating is the best. The number one box on the top, this corner, first box is important and urgent. That is urgent and also important. You have to do it. So you have to have full involvement. Those are the big rocks for you, and you have to get it done. Next box is important but not urgent. You can do it later, so you can schedule that. So first one, get it done. Second one, schedule for future, because you don't it's important for you, but you don't need to get done right now. So you can schedule it for later on. Then it becomes urgent and important. Okay. Then the bottom, this side, this first corner is urgent but not important. So those things have to get done, but they don't bring that much value. But it has to get done. Otherwise, you're going to do a damage to your business. You delegate that. You delegate because those are low value work, but business need to get those done. Otherwise, there'll be a problem. You delegate those. So that's the way you do. Is basically get it done, schedule it, delegate it, and eliminate it. And that is Stephen R. Covey's four quadrant. Check that out. You can Google that also, and you'll see the details. Number four is the book 12 Week a Year. So check out that book. In this book, the author is saying the planning is that we all follow this. It's a 90-day method, because what you do the whole year, you divide the whole year in four different quarters. Okay. Now each quarter, remember, we have 13 weeks, because whole year is 52 weeks, so you have 13 weeks. Now the magic is every 13 week you take 12 week and you treat that as each week as a month, and 13 week is your reset time. Now your big goal, whatever you want to achieve, you divide that into four. Now your goals are smaller, easily achievable, and you want to achieve, you have to divide all the action plan in 12 weeks, and you keep on, go for every week goal. So it makes it very easy for you to do that. And at the end of the 12 week, 13th week, you optimize it, you check, hey, what can I do? To what is working, what is not working, and then you go for the next quarter to implement in a better way. And that's the way the 12 week a year, it works so good. A lot of people follow that, because it works. Check out that book also, 12 week a year. That book is the strategy is very, very important. These are the four different strategies. I'm also going to give you, a couple of techniques. Like one of the things is like a Pomodoro technique. Pomodoro technique is you work 25 minutes and then you take a 5 minute break. Then you kind of resetting yourself and then 25 minutes like a deep work and then break. That works also. So if you think like you are someone very active, and Pomodoro technique is good for you. Check, like analyze what's really distracting you. You know, put those in the afternoon. Like don't try to eliminate, it's not going to happen. And just control first 2 to 3 hours of the day and take care of most important things. And that's the way you're going to feel productive, you're going to be productive. And also another thing also you do, check back what you did last few weeks and tag your action. Okay, how much this action made me or can make me, and tag the price of the action. And then it's really so visible, like, hey, out of 10 things, only three things really make me money. The other things like really don't make me money. So you can delegate or eliminate those. And that's the little bit techniques you can use it to be productive. Let me know, out of this four, which one you like, make a comment, let me know. And share it with somebody if you think somebody going to get benefit out of that. Thanks for watching. And I wish you all the best. Be productive. Take your business to the next level where you deserve. And remember, always believe in yourself because you can and you will.